In this video, we're gonna see what is strings in Python. Before jumping into it, I need to convey something. You're gonna hear a lot of repeated words like string, variable, Python, parameters, arguments, a lot of these words. These words you're gonna hear at least for 1,000 times before completing the Python journey. As of me, I got bored at a point of time, and now I'm not a bit, I'm a way too crazed towards Python. I'll tell you why. Every time when you're gonna hear the word string, it's not gonna be the same. Like here, you can read the lines. We're gonna see about single quotes and double quotes in this slide. In the next slide, it will get advanced. In the next video, it will get much advanced. It will keep on developing and keep on give you a new headache. So for solving it, it's gonna take some time and give you a bit enjoyment towards it. If you're into programming and if it is your passion, it's gonna be really enjoyable to you. So now we are getting into what is strings. So strings in Python are surrounded either by single quotes or double quotes. Here you can see hello with the single quotes and in a double quotes. You can display a string literal with a print function. For example, here you can see print hello with a double quotes and down with a single quotes. It both gonna give me a same result. I'm gonna try printing it in my terminal. Print, I'm gonna use my name, and make sure you don't make any mistakes when you write the code, because even when you make a single mistake, like even letting a single space, it's gonna give you a headache even for a week when you write 1,000 lines of code. Trust me guys, it's gonna be a real headache for you. So now here you can see print with the double quotes and single quotes. I'm gonna run it. You can see both got printed. You can also use triple quotes, and I'll tell you why and when you're gonna use it. So I'm gonna run it again. Sorry, I have used only. So if you use triple quotes, you need to enclose or end with triple quotes. And if you use double quotes, you have to enclose it with double quotes. If you use triple quotes in the beginning and use single quotes, double quotes in the beginning and single quotes in the end, it's gonna throw you an error, because the Python won't understand anything if you haven't given your code in a proper way that the Python understand. It is called a syntax. Most of the time you're gonna make errors in the syntax. So be sure you use single quotes and double quotes properly. And now we are getting back to our slide. How to assign a variable to a string. String to a variable. So here the A is a variable and the hello is a string literal. So now how to assign the hello to the A? Like A is a container and putting the hello into it. It is possible by using an equal to operator. So let me say A equals Ajmal. So make sure whenever you have to use the string, you have to enclose it within the quotes. Whatever that is within the quotes, the Python will understand it as a character data type. So now the A holds the value Ajmal. When I call the Python print function to print the value, print the variable A, it's gonna give me what's inside the A. So for a difference, I'm gonna use my full name. So here you can see when I call the print function to print the variable A, it prints the value that stores inside A. So now you get to know how to assign a string to a variable. So why I have used triple quotes to assign a variable? It is for multiple line strings. So now it is in a single line. I'm going to the next line. It automatically adds the line break. If you don't want that line break and wanted the lines to be as it is, you can remove the line break. You have already seen the escape sequence. You can go through it once. So I'm just going to give my names again and again and again. with a small changes like without L, without A, and I'm gonna enclose it with single quotes, sorry, double quotes, but I'm gonna use it only once. So now when I run the program, you can see it shows me an error because unterminated string literal. When it sees the first quote, it wanted it to be enclosed. It wanted it to be terminated. But here it have been terminated in the 5th line. So the Python gets angry and says us, kindly enclose it, man. So when we use the triple quotes, it will understand like that. And you can see it prints in the same way. So I'm gonna use the spaces to show you the difference. Now you can see I have given a space in the front and it adds a space, and the rest others are printed in the same line. I can also use single quote 3 times, and it also have to be closed with the single quote. Now you can see it works in a proper way. This is why we use triple quotes, and for a single line there is no need for use a quotes in 3 times. So now next, strings or arrays. Like many other popular programming languages, strings in Python are array of bytes representing Unicode characters. Unicode characters is something that holds the Unicode. Like we have unique IDs. For 10 people, the ID won't be the same. Likewise, for a string, its index won't be the same for the next character. H holds its own identity and E holds its own. However, Python does not have character data type. A single character is simply a string with a length of 1. For example, here H is a simple character, single character, and it holds the length of 1. And a square bracket can be used to access elements of string. Here H, E, L, L, O, each individual is an element. So to get a character at position number 1, we have to use 0. Let me go to my terminal and show you how it works. So I'm gonna just remove it and go give it a single quotes. That will be enough. So here as well I use the word Ajmal Shirin as my name, and this time I'm not gonna ask it to print it in the whole way. I'm gonna use the square bracket and ask it to print an index of 0, and also I'm gonna ask it to print what is in the index of 1 and what is in the index of 7. So you can see it gives me an answer of A, Z, A and J and H. So in the index position 0, it is A. Why? Because the Python indexing starts with, not the Python indexing, every programming indexing will start with 0. So A is in the position 0, J 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 0, 1, not 0, 1. I'll make sure you won't get confused, don't worry. And you know why I'm using the hash symbol, and this is gonna be 1. Okay, now the A is in the position 0 and simultaneously it assigns the value. So now I'm gonna ask it to print what is in the position 5. You can see it prints the space as well. Even the empty space is considered as an element. So now I hope you got a clear idea about indexing. So the string literal holds a Unicode. The array will have a Unicode. To calling a single element, you can call it by using its index position, but you have to call the variable. For example, here I have called the print function and says the variable A. I want the variable A, and in variable A I need what is in the index position 1, and it gives me A. So now I hope you can find it how it works. So hello world print what is in A and it prints the word E because the E is in the first position, and in 9 it is OR. So now how to loop through a string. Just don't get confused, just listen what it is, and when it gets to advance you can get a clear knowledge of whatever it is. So looping through a string. Since strings are arrays, we can loop through the characters in a string with a for loop. We can only loop it with a for loop. It is only possible with a for loop. For example, loop through a letter in word banana. So I'm gonna say what to say. Let me assign it to b equals banana, and I'm gonna loop it through for loop for I in banana, sorry, for I in b, because the word banana now is inside the container b, and I'm gonna ask to print b, not b actually, sorry, I, because here the I we have used to loop, so we have to print the I. So now I'm gonna run it. You can see the banana in the single line. When it runs, it goes for the B first time and it prints it and goes to the next index and the next index and the next index. It comes and what's in the index prints and goes again and then goes it. When it comes to the line 16, it has to print, it prints. So this is how the looping works. And you can also use it here as well. Banana, it's gonna give you the same output without any issues, but you have to give it in the quotes. If you don't want it to give it in the quotes, you have to assign it to a variable and ask it to print what's inside the variable. So next, how to know what is the length of a string. It is possible by using a len function. Len is a inbuilt function in Python. You can call it whenever you wanted it. So now I'm gonna ask to print length of b. I'm gonna run it. Oh sorry, I used the square bracket. We need to use the curly bracket. So now I call the print function and asked it for the length of the variable b. So now what is the length of a variable b? It is 6. And don't get confused, indexing starts with 0 but the length will goes with the numeric data type. Sorry, number data type, which we learned in mathematics. It starts with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. When it comes to indexing, it starts with 0. B holds the position 0, A holds the position 1 and keeps on going. When it comes to the length, how many characters it is 6. So length will give you the total number of characters or the element that stores inside it. So now I'm gonna leave a space from banana and space A. Now I'm gonna run it again. You can see it shows 7 because even the space is also considered as an element. So be sure when you assign something, it is in a proper way. Even the spaces are considered. So how to check string? To check if a certain phrase or character present in a string, we can use the keyword in. In is a keyword that is present in Python. For check if free is present in the following text. You can see text is a variable and it assigned to a certain string, and I asked the print function. I have mentioned the word what I wanted to check, that is expensive, not in text. So I have asked the Python whether the expensive, the word is not in text. If the word not in text, it will give me the answer true. If it is present, it will give me an output of false. Let me show you how it works. So I'm gonna delete all and gonna say A equals Ajmal is a good boy or not. Okay, it's a string and it's been assigned to a variable a. Now I'm gonna call the print function. Like here you can see print function, print. I'm gonna ask not. So I'm gonna ask not, the word not in a. So you can see not in a, but all the thing not should be have a space, then only it can give you an proper output. You can say it shows false because it is present. So I can ask just in. So I call the print function and ask the Python the word not in a. The word not in a, yes, it is in a and it's true. When I give a capital N, whether it's gonna find it out or not? No, it haven't find out because it is also case sensitive when it comes to search and all. Because the capital N and the small n are not the same. So that is why it's saying false. The not is not present in the phrase that's been stored in A. So I hope now you get a proper idea how to check the certain phrase is available in a string or not. So what is next? You have to follow me in both if you wanted the contents like this. In Instagram I have a name, test Ajmal _code. If you wanted to follow me in YouTube, you can go there and search for learn coding with Ajmal. And it also holds the same DP as in this video. For more like this, follow me and enjoy your day. Keep watching, keep learning. Have a great day.